Hey everyone, Tim here at Sam Boswell Honda, and today we're taking a look at one of Honda's most popular family SUVs. This is the 2025 Honda Pilot, and this one in particular is the Honda Pilot Touring. Now, if you followed my channel for a while, you know I have started giving every vehicle an Addy Advantage score. But since this is a Honda product, I'm not going to do that because obviously, as you can tell by this H badge on my shirt, I work for Honda and that would be a conflict of interest. So instead, I'm going to focus strictly on what makes the 2025 Pilot such a strong contender in the mid-size SUV class. Now, the Honda Pilot first hit the US market back in 2002 as a 2003 model. It was Honda's answer to growing demand for a true three-row SUV, something roomier than, say, a CR-V, but still packed with Honda's known reliability. Now, since then, the Pilot has evolved through 4 generations, becoming one of the most trusted family SUVs on the road. For 2025, Honda continues that legacy with refined styling, advanced tech, and one of the most comfortable interiors in its class. From the outside, the 2025 Pilot has a bold but clean look, very much in line with Honda's new design language across its entire lineup. Now up front, you've got the large upright grille with the signature Honda H badge covered in chrome. You've got the LED headlights and daytime running lights and a sculpted hood that gives it a more confident stance. Now, the Touring trim rides on stylish 20-inch alloy wheels, and this model features the all-wheel drive system, perfect for tackling rain, gravel, or even a little light off-road trail. But obviously, keep in mind that if you're wanting a true off-roader, you'll need to go with the Honda Passport instead. More on that video up above. However, I will say that there is a TrailSport trim for the Pilot that does include some off-roading features such as steel skid plates and a higher suspension for better clearance on trails. Now out back you'll see LED taillights, a hands-free power tailgate, and a subtle spoiler that ties everything together. And as you can see, even though this isn't the TrailSport trim, Honda's still done a great job making this Touring Pilot look both rugged and premium. Now stepping inside, this is where the Pilot Touring really shines. The first thing you'll notice is just how spacious and upscale that this cabin feels. You've got heated perforated leather seats that are power adjustable with memory settings for the driver's seat. Now the Elite trim comes standard with a heated steering wheel for those chilly mornings like we've had here the past few weeks, even though somehow the temperature still ends up getting up to like 80 degrees by the afternoon, making it really difficult to choose what to wear every day. But anyways, tangents about Alabama's neurodivergent climate aside, you can have the heated steering wheel added as an accessory to the lower trim levels on the Pilot for around $800 or so. And by the way, just a quick bit of knowledge and advice from Papa Tim over here. It's always best to buy your official Honda accessories during your initial purchase, as it allows you to buy them with a lower sales tax, as well as it gives you the option to just include the accessory cost with the overall loan rather than having to, just cough up $800 at the beginning. Now, this allows you to pay less overall for the accessory due to the lower tax rate, and it spreads out that payment over the length of the loan. And that's going to save you a ton of money at the time of your new vehicle purchase. But anyways, back to the Pilot. Now front and center, you've got a large 9-inch touchscreen display with built-in navigation, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. And of course, this one comes with the premium Bose sound system, and trust me, it sounds incredible. Now the driver is treated to a mostly digital instrument gauge cluster with an analog speedometer there on the right, and on your middle and left side that is digital. And you can see over on the left you do have access to quite a bit of different information here, which is great to have. This is one of my favorite things here, is the all-wheel drive torque distribution. When you've got that clicked on, you can actually see how much power is going to each wheel, which I am not going to demonstrate while filming, but just trust me, it's pretty cool. Going down from the infotainment center, you've got your AC controls, and as I was saying earlier, these are heated seats, and you control that with these buttons right here. And below the AC controls, you have your phone charging station. So right here, you've got a USB-A charging port, USB-C charging port, a 12-volt cigarette lighter style charging port, and then, of course, you've got your wireless charging pad. Everything is highly intuitive and easy to reach, which is something that Honda just consistently nails. This means that it's easy to make adjustments while driving because you really don't have to take your eyes off the road nearly as often as you typically do in vehicles with less intuitive designs, or worse, vehicles that hide all the controls inside the infotainment screen, which is incredibly annoying. Now moving on to the second row, you've got air vents right here, as well as AC controls for the rear passengers, and you've got 2 more USB-C charging ports right there. You've also got a really neat little pocket here that is specifically the size of a smartphone. To be 100% with you, I don't know if that's what that's designed for, and I'm obviously filming this on my phone and didn't bring my other phone to show this, but I promise you, a smartphone fits perfectly in that spot right there, and it's pretty funny and it's pretty neat. Now moving to the back, the Touring trim gives you a lot of flexibility. This model has spacious second row seating and a removable center seat for easy access to the third row. I would like to go ahead and mention that this isn't just a middle seat. This does fold down to give you a really nice center console with 2 fairly large cup holders and a little center storage area right here. Now, I know the big question everybody's gonna have is it gonna be able to hold one of your big cups? And unfortunately, the answer to that is not quite. However, the redeeming bit here is we actually do have a cup holder built into the door, which is absolutely big enough to fit my big red cup. So anyways, like I said, this center seat does fold down to give you this console, or you can actually pull a little tab down here, and this whole center console here actually comes out and can be stored in the back, which gives you an easy access route to get to the rear seat. However, getting in and out of the third row is made even easier in the Pilot, and I'll show you why. Now, on both sides of the second row of the Pilot, you have these electronic buttons that when you push them, the seats will electronically move forward, giving you easy access to that third row right there. As you can see, there is a second button on the back of the seat, so whoever's in the back seat doesn't even have to wait for someone to let them out. They can actually just push that button right there and it does the same thing. Pretty neat little function. Now, one thing that's really nice about the Pilot, as opposed to many other SUVs of similar size, is that the third row is actually usable for adults, which is something that not every midsize SUV can brag about. And by the way, both sides of the third row have their own USB-C charging ports. Again, Honda really just does not want anybody in the car to allow their phones to die. Pretty neat. And I know I keep saying the word neat, but that's really the best way I know how to describe the Honda Pilot. They've just really thought about everything from the front of the car to the back of the car. Everything is just really intuitive, and you can tell that they put a lot of thought into this vehicle. And by the way, the third row seats do have their own 2 cup holders apiece on both sides. And guess what? Both cup holders can hold my big red cup. That's not neat, that's awesome. Another great feature for those of you that have young children that most likely need to sleep during long drives, you actually have built-in sunshades on both sides of the second row back here, which is, and that's great. Okay, so we know that when it comes to safety, technology, comfort, seating, all that, the Honda Pilot has got you covered. But what about cargo space? Now, I'm glad you actually asked about the cargo capacity, because that gives me the opportunity to show you this neat little feature. Right? Now, with all the seats up, you still do get a decent cargo area, but when you fold them down, you've got enough room to haul just about anything a family weekend can throw at you. Especially when you put the second row down as well as the third row. I mean, you just get a ton of space back here. Now, before wrapping up this video, I did just want to point out that the motion activated tailgate, it does work in reverse, which is, again, just another really convenient thing. So that is the 2025 Honda Pilot, an SUV that blends comfort, technology, and reliability into one highly refined package. It's easy to see why the Pilot continues to be one of Honda's top sellers here in the US. Now, the next generation of the Pilot is coming out soon and should be available at most Honda locations in early 2026, which you can bet I'll definitely be reviewing and posting here for you to see. But after taking a look at the upcoming 2026 Honda Pilot that Honda has made several improvements to, I believe that the Honda Pilot is going to continue being one of the most popular mid-size three-row SUVs in America. Oh, and speaking of America, the Honda Pilot, just like the Honda Passport, is built exclusively right here in my home state of Alabama in the city of Lincoln. So for those of you who like to support companies that provide jobs and improve the economy for Americans, you can rest assured that Honda is a company that you can get behind. And before we go, I do want to let you know that it is that time of year, which means that we are right in the middle of the Happy Honda Days huge sales. So we've got all kinds of great incentives, especially on 2025 Honda Pilots. So if you are interested, definitely give us a call. You know my number. I'm going to give it to you at the end of the video. But yeah, absolutely take advantage of these incentives. These are the best ones you get all year long. Don't pass them up. And if you enjoyed this walk around, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe and share. That helps me out. And if you want to see more cars from our lot, since I like to post videos about our pre-owned vehicles on our lot that don't really get the attention that I think they deserve, I've got plenty more reviews coming soon, so stay tuned for that. And if you are interested in purchasing this Honda Pilot, come on down to Sam Boswell Honda here in Enterprise and ask for Tim, and I will get you squared away. You can also reach me by calling or texting me at 334-308-2051. See you soon.